Hey, everybody. I hope you're having an amazing day and welcome to our first session of Power Up. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Gracie Helms, your South Carolina State FFA president. So, in this awesome portion of Power Up, we're going to be going over Premier Leadership, one of the three main things that the FFA is devoted to developing in our members. You'll be able to hear about the other two a little bit later this week. To get us started, let's take a few minutes to discuss and write down who are some leaders in our community or school. Pause this video and go ahead and talk with your group. So you probably answered this question a lot of different ways. You could have thought of authority leaders such as political figures or principals, service leaders such as firefighters or EMTs, or you thought of personal leaders such as older siblings or your mom and dad. But did you think of yourself as a leader? Leadership is formally defined as the action of leading a group of people or an organization, but that definition might be a little bit different to you right now at this stage in your life. A leader can be somebody that you look up to or seek out for advice. I know you might be asking yourself, how can I be a leader in middle school? How can people look up to me right now? I know that the idea might seem really far out to reach, and I totally understand because I thought the exact same thing whenever I was in middle school. So, to that, I want to ask you, what are some organizations, clubs, or classes at your school that you can be a student leader in? Go ahead and pause this video and make a class list of these opportunities. Alrighty, perhaps your school offers junior beta, student government, and they hopefully offer FFA. All of these programs or clubs have some amazing forms of leadership within them. Surprise, there's your leadership opportunities. These leadership opportunities come with some amazing experiences and people that you'll have the honor of meeting. But one of the main things in these leadership positions will be your official duties, such as advocating for your program or organization, planning banquets or meetings, and then other things depending on the position that you are in. But the biggest part of being a leader is going to come from the way that you present yourself on an everyday basis. So now that we have identified some leaders around us, defined what leadership is, and labeled some of our formal tasks as leaders, let's take a look at what it's like to be a leader on an everyday basis. Gunner, they're all yours, buddy.
Thank you, Gracie. So yes, today we'll be talking about the day-to-day basis of being a leader and what qualities they have. But first, what I want y'all to do is pause the video, take a quick second to talk to one another on who y'all think is a leader and what qualities they have. So just, like I said, take a minute, talk to each other, and then hit play when y'all are ready to join back. So welcome back, y'all. I am sorry I couldn't hear y'all's conversations. I hope they were great. But the qualities I have that I want to share with y'all are communication, integrity, influence, positivity, as well as confidence. So first off, let's talk about communication. There's body language, so just make sure you're sitting straight up. You don't want your arms crossed like this. That shows like you're not listening, that you're closed off. So just make sure you're sitting up straight and you have good posture. Another thing is eye contact. So make sure you're looking at the person who's talking to you or you're talking to them. That way it shows that you're listening to one another, and like don't be looking up at the ceiling or down at the floor, because then like I said, it doesn't show that you're listening, which is the main key to communication is listening. That is the number one thing in communication. If you don't listen to one another, then you can't get anything done as a leader. Next we have is integrity. So integrity, that means doing the right thing when no one else is looking. So for example, right there, let's say there's a piece of trash on the floor and you just walk right past it. You don't throw it away. Now, someone like a teacher could be seeing that and be like, well, why didn't they do that? Why did they not just pick it up and throw it away? So just if you go and pick up that trash and throw it away, the teacher might be like, that's going to be a leader one day. So right there is just make sure you're always doing the right thing, as well as act like somebody's watching, because trust me, no matter where you are, there will be at least one person watching you and just waiting to see if you slip up and do the wrong thing. So always do the right thing and just pretend like someone is always watching, and so you do the right thing. Next thing I want to bring up is influence. So if you're a leader or you're in a leader position, you don't get the influence that you want automatically. You can't just tell someone to do. You don't get their respect like that. So one thing you should do is you need to connect with the people you're with, the followers, your chapter members, and you just want to connect with them, build a relationship with each other. You want to be professional still, like on social media as well as the way you dress. You don't want to seem like you're all trashy or something and act like you can do whatever you want. You still need to have a professional mentality and just show that you're respectful and that you can build relationships with one another. Another way to get influence with your members is be vulnerable. Don't act like you're stiff and like a robot. Make you connect with them. Like y'all can share stories however you want, and just build that relationship with one another. Because the better you build a relationship with your members and your chapter, you kind of connect with them better, and it's more of a family mentality than it is just we're just an officers and we meet every other month to have an organization meeting. Another key is positivity on being a leader. Now, followers and members will always look up to the leader. So, however the leader acts, that's how the members will act. So, the leader always has to stay in a positive mood and always has to make sure that something will get done. You don't always have to be in like a peppy, cheered up mood, but just make sure you're always positive. You're thinking, okay, we can do this. We got this. So, stress is one of the main problems with staying positive. People can get stressed out and then like they're just like, okay, I am done. I cannot do this anymore. But don't let that beat you down. Just you gotta learn how to handle the stress and just be like, I know this is a tough time right now, but we can still do this, okay? If we work together, we got this. So just make sure you can kind of get that mentality, keep going, and just so you don't get stuck in a rut right there. And lastly, our main topic is confidence. So make sure you take charge, um, go right for it. If you believe in yourself more, that makes you more confident, and people can spot lack of confidence. Like if you're not so sure on what you want to do or say, and you're just like, I don't know, I can't do this, people will spot that. One thing I've always heard is make it till you make it, and that is 100% true. You got to just push and keep going no matter what happens. Just keep going. Believe in yourself. So, really, those are the main 5 qualities of leadership that I can think of: communication, integrity, influence, positivity, as well as confidence. So, what I want y'all to do is a little activity. It will go on way throughout the rest of your life, but live up to these. Please just make sure you're showing correct body language, that you're listening to one another. Make sure that you do the right thing even though nobody might be watching. Make sure you be vulnerable, show relationships, build connections with your members. Stay positive. Try to make sure stress doesn't beat you down. And confidence. Always be confident in yourself, because being confident is half the battle. Make sure you get up there, be confident, and just be great leaders. And I hope I will be able to see y'all in the future as great leaders, and I hope y'all have a good rest of the day. Thank you.